If you're a guy and you're depressed, then you need to watch this video until the end. The top two reasons a lot of guys find themselves depressed, and I guarantee it, if you are a depressed man, it's because of one of these two reasons: financial or romantic relationships. And the reason that is because we tend to attach depression to things that we deem that are worthy of us. And a lot of the time it is relationships and money. So when a man finds himself without money, he finds himself broke, he finds himself without a job, that depression seeps in because that role that you are supposed to play in society, in your family, or wherever is gone, is stripped away from you. And in a relationship sense, I mean, that's pretty universal. When a guy loves a woman and things don't work out the way you want them to, you can find yourself in a pretty dark place, especially when you find yourself completely and utterly alone. Next, what you want to do is start working out. You want to build something that's going to just encourage you to be better every single day. You need to start building success somewhere. One of the easiest ways where you can build success and discipline at the same time is the gym. You need to build something of success. And remember, do it for yourself, because in the event that you are doing this, because in the event that you are doing this to try to make someone want you again, you're doing it for the complete wrong reasons. And in all honesty, when you better yourself as a man, typically what happens is that person who left you does come back, but there are rare times where people don't really come back no matter what. And this is the reason why I'm saying this. If you hop on self improvement and you're doing this because you want to make someone miss you or come back into your life for one reason or another, and they don't end up coming back, they don't give a shit, then you are going to get discouraged and you're going to feel like you wasted your time. You're going to end up downgrading your life again by default because you did it for the wrong reasons. The efforts that you put in, you didn't get the results that you wanted. The results that you should want is a better life. The results that you should want are better people around you. You should want to just radiate better things for you and yourself, not trying to attach yourself to old things that are long gone now, that just don't exist anymore. The people who don't exist anymore, those thoughts that you have in your head of maybe I can get this person back and I can make that dream in my head a reality. No, you don't want to do it for those reasons. You want to do it for yourself because you want a better partner. You want a better group of friends. You want better things for yourself. You don't want to attach yourself to these old things. You just want to keep leveling up your life in all aspects: financials, relationships, your body, your mind, your spirit. These are the things, these are the reasons you want to do this, not because you want to make someone come back who is now long gone. I promise you, if you do that, you will regret it. You will end up hopping off self improvement and you'll end up being like just a fucking Dorito eating guy again. Come on, like don't do that shit for yourself. Like be better for yourself. You want better for yourself. After you distance yourself from that source of depression, the next thing you want to do, and as simple as an answer is going to be, it is one of the only answers I promise that I can provide because it has worked for me. It has worked for millions of other men. You need to hop on self improvement, at least the beginning steps of it. And the first thing that you should do is go and get a journal, because as a man, we don't have that many outlets. And I think we all can attest to that. We don't have that many outlets. The greatest outlet that you can have as a man is a good group of guy friends, but a lot of you don't have a good group of guy friends. A lot of you have friends who are not worth having around that you do need to drop. I'm telling you, I'm going to say that every time. You need to drop those friends who do nothing who do nothing but complain, who do nothing but drag you down with them to keep you on their level. You need to get a good group of guy friends. But the beginning stage is to get a journal, dollar or less at Walmart or any other retailer, and write down those dark thoughts, because you need some form of outlet. If you don't let those dark thoughts out, they're going to consume you. They're going to cause you to, just be more emotionally fragile. You don't want that as a man. I promise you, it'll just make things a lot worse and cause you to be just more of an emotional crash out. You need some form of outlet, in a journal. It's the best place you can start because it will lead to other things, better things. It will lead to you getting a good group of guy friends, because it frees up that emotional bandwidth, that mental bandwidth Your mental space will be a lot more clear. You'll have a lot more clarity. You'll be able to socialize a lot easier because you don't have all those dark things clouding your mind at like that rate that it was before. You won't have that dark energy orbiting you. Like, for example, I know you guys have you like ever just seen these people out in public who just have like this dark energy that just radiates off of them? Like if you're a guy that goes to the gym, like you just see that guy who works out by himself all the time, but it's not because like plenty of guys work out by themselves, which is fine. But like you can tell it's because he doesn't have any friends. It's because like he can't talk to anyone. He just has like this dark energy orbiting off of him. Like so no one wants to talk to him. Like just don't be that guy. You know, you need to be able to have that mental clarity, to have some nice energy around you. You can't have those dark thoughts consuming you. It'll radiate. I promise you, it will radiate off of you. People can sense that dark energy coming off of you. They won't want to talk to you. You need to be approachable. You need to be sociable. You need to be able to get a good group of guy friends. And the only way to do that starting out is to get a journal, write out those thoughts so you can have an outlet so you don't be consumed by those dark thoughts. So you can actually go and get to the next stage of getting a good group of guy friends who's actually going to, improve your life along with you giving the same thing to them in return. You don't want those friends like who just comes home from work, complains about their job all day, but does nothing to change it, eats Doritos and shit, and just like does nothing to make their lives better. If anything, they're trying to drag you down with them because they don't want you to improve. They want you to be just like them. Like, no, you want to get a good group of guy friends. This is what you need to do. I promise you, this is one of the best ways that you can actually escape that pit of depression. If you do not want to be caught in that pit of depression, you need to follow these steps of self improvement. You need to hop on self improvement. You need to be willing to do these things for yourself. It is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Buy a journal, get a good group of guy friends, and make sure at the end that you are doing these things for yourself. Ultimately, I'm going to explain that pretty soon. What you want to do is identify what is making you feel depressed in the first place. After you identify what is making you feel depressed, whether like it's with the financials or relationships, the person who's making you feel that way, you need to distance yourself from that source of depression because that person, that thing, that place, that location is the source of your depression. And you need to distance yourself from what is causing you to feel that way. And as hard as it is going to be, it is going to serve you all the better in the long run. It is way better to have that pain up front and be better in the long run than it is to stay in that perpetual cycle of despair and depression and just suffer for an immeasurable amount of time. You just don't know how long it's going to last. Like it may never go away. You just keep yourself orbiting that world of depression. You need to distance yourself from what is causing you to feel depressed in the first place. And I promise you, I know in the beginning it can be difficult, but at the end, it will be all the better for you. When it comes to financials, I find myself in that situation in the romantic sense as well. But when it comes to financials specifically for this part of it, right? We attach a lot of meaning to what it means to be a man, to what it means to provide, to what it means to serve our role in society and in our family lives. We attach a lot of meaning to it, and when it is stripped away from us, we feel like we are left with nothing. We feel like we are looked down on, and we feel like we're letting everyone down. These are the things that we tend to embody when we feel like we're failing not only ourselves but the people around us. I know that feeling all too well. When it comes to romantic relationships, when I was in a relationship a few years ago, the person that meant a lot to me, I'm sure we've all had a person like that or currently do, right? Where things aren't really going so great. Things started off wonderful, but things aren't going so great and things ultimately ended in you guys breaking up or getting divorced or wherever, like whatever state of relationship you guys have, and things just end. Things don't go the way you want them to. When I was in that situation myself, when I did have a girlfriend back then a few years ago, us men, we tend to want to fix things as things are going downhill. But unfortunately, for a lot of us, things don't really tend to get any better. So what ends up happening is we can find ourselves still being attached to that person who left us a long time ago. And then envisioning that we can possibly fix it and bring back what was lost when that reality just simply does not exist anymore. But a lot of men just cannot let go of that thought in their head that hey, maybe I can fix this, and maybe I can make that thought in my head a reality. Unfortunately, it's not the case, especially for on a majority scale. You want better for yourself, things will end a lot better for you if you do these things for yourself. But I guarantee you, if you do these things, you will feel a lot better in the end, because the further you go along, the more you will see the worth in yourself, the more that you'll be able to climb out of that pit of depression, the more that you will see yourself as a worthy individual. Depression is a secondary feeling attached to other situations. When it comes to jobs, I know I didn't speak so much on it, but when it comes to jobs, you need to be able to walk away from those jobs that aren't serving you so well either. I'm not telling you to go up and quit your job, because we all need a financial income, but you need to develop skills to seek a better job, or just like develop like a better repertoire, just get better connections to be able to get something a lot better for yourself. You don't want to be stuck in these dead end, low end jobs, these low level, low skill jobs that just has you feeling like you're doing nothing worth doing, or not, you're serving no one but the man above you. You want to do things that actually matter to you. You need to chase a purpose. And I promise you, once you incorporate these things into your life, you will see that a lot more. You will. When I was in a relationship and things did go down the drain, I did attach a lot of meaning to the person who did end up leaving me in the end. And that's because I wasn't at a level that I should have been for myself. To be honest, I got complacent. I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have been doing, as far as like just everything that goes against self improvement. You know, I wasn't trying to better myself or my financial situation, or just in a general sense myself, in all honesty. But that kind of woke me up. And I'm hoping that if these are the things that are making you feel that way, it wakes you up as well. Like this video wakes you up. It will allow you to hop on self improvement, to seek better things for yourself, to become a better individual, to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? To get like a better mental, to get a better mental, to seek better things for yourself, and to just become a better individual overall. You don't want to be stuck at a low level. You want better things for yourself, and incorporating these things in your life will grant you that. I guarantee it. I promise you. Give it some time. Things will happen instantly. You need to give some time. But as time goes on, you will see you're starting to become a better individual. You're starting to attract better things. You're starting to make more money. You know, you're becoming a better person to be around. You have better friends. You don't get these fucking people who just hop on a game all day and just play Valorant and complain about their lives all day. You actually attract better friends. This is how things work. Whatever you give in, you receive back in return. I promise you that's how it works. If you put the effort in, you will reap the benefits. And the only thing left for you to do is to get to work.